Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, welcome to the After Party
Hangover. That's right. Welcome to the After Party Hangover. I am your host, Mangria Fueled, and welcome to the show that talks about a show that talks about a show. Today, I am interviewing the youngest Steel Real After Party Hall of Famer of all times, the great Brettzkys99. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, nothing much. Just happy to get my first hangover.
All right. Well, speaking of youngest, how old are you?
I am 17 years old.
Oh, shit.
So everything can and will be held against you in law. Court of law.
There we go. Your Honor, I plead not guilty. Okay, let's start this off like I start off the others. Please explain to the peoples your Instagram name and the origin.
So my family's a big hockey family. Like, everyone really likes, ever watch hockey, whatever. And when I was born, my grandpa actually gave me the nickname because Brett kind of sounds like Gret. One of the greatest hockey players of all time, Wayne Gretzky, was called the Great Gretzky. So he called me then the Great Bretzky. And so that's why I have that as my name. And the 99 is because his number was 99.
Okay, so it's not because you took out the other 98 Brettzkys. It's specifically just 99. All righty, man. Well, you're a youngin', but everybody's curious. How did you start watching wrestling? What caught your attention first?
Well, as embarrassing as it is, it's the first show I watched was TNA.
Oh, wow.
I was because I always knew about wrestling, obviously, like, growing up, having other kids be like, oh, John Cena, Undertaker, or whatever, but I never really got into it.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of flipping through channels one day with my dad, and I remember it's weird because I remember it so vividly because it was relatively recently. It was 2012, and it was Aces and Eights like beating some guy with like a toolbox or something like that, or some stupid shit like that. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is happening? So my good friend at the time, he was a huge wrestling fan, and he knew about everything that was going on. So I'm like, so he kind of introduced me. I watched Impact before I watched Raw or anything, and then he kind of led me into saying, you probably shouldn't be watching Impact. You should probably be watching Raw. So after that, I've kind of been hooked.
It cut off on you a lot, but I did understand the gist of that with the TNA, and I don't know why it's cutting out, but okay, well, so 2012 you started watching TNA. That's cool. I never really got into TNA. I think it's because I felt like I was cheating on WWE. So it was just like the WCW days. Like, it was hard to flip over to watch WCW, and I don't know, just it felt weird. Like, I'm a WWE lord. The other wrestling companies are good too. How did you discover the Steel Real After Party podcast?
I think it was just happened to be out of the blue. I think I saw like some page I follow like repost something that they posted, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. And
all his memes?
Yeah, one of the memes, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny. Well, let me check out the page. And after that, I liked I was going through their feed. I found it funny, so I started following from there.
That's funny because all three of you, the Hall of Famers, all three of you said the memes. That's funny. What a coincidence. Do you have a favorite segment or moment from the podcast itself that really made you laugh?
Oh, well, I always enjoy when Jake busts out a nice dad joke every now and then.
You made his day yesterday when you when you said, "Get these hams." Like, I never heard that much joy come out of Jake from one Instagram question.
I was surprised he actually remembered, but I don't know. I'm just a fan of a good pun. So Jake busts one out, and just hearing Zanka's absolutely just disgusted reaction.
Oh man, that's funny. Jake said that he was going through the past podcast on our Hall of Fame chat, which, by the way, you're very funny in the exclusive Hall of Famer chat on Instagram. And so I went ahead and I checked back with the actual episode where they did the Hall of Fame announcements and your acceptance speech. You said that 2018 was the worst year of your life. Well, how has 2019 been since we're 8 months in already?
29, it's been much better. I mean, I 2018 I had some family stuff, going on. I lost some people, whatever, and it was just a bad year. But this year it's been great. I got into a good college. I'm a Hall of Famer. Like, wow. But
did you put that on your college application that you're still a real Hall of Famer?
Absolutely, and I got rejected from everywhere, so I had to redo it.
Oh, jeez, damn it! By the way, Jake, we haven't gotten our Hall of Fame certificates yet. You liar!
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
I think all of us gave them all our information and never received anything.
Yep.
But it's all good. Okay, well, you've been watching wrestling for a short period of time, but do you have a favorite theme song of a wrestler that you really like?
It's going to sound probably pretty cheesy because it's so recent, but I love the Fiend's theme song.
Dude, that song is fucking badass. I bought it immediately on iTunes. I've been rocking out to it ever since.
It's actually a funny story. The other day, I sometimes, like, if I'm bored, I'll walk around my development, and I put my headphones in, whatever, and I was out the other night. It was getting dark, whatever, and I was kind of like suspicious because there's like I'm by a forest, so there's a lot of like wild animals sometimes running around, like raccoons and crap and whatnot. So I'm walking around, I have my headphones in, and I see eyes coming from the bushes, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of creepy. And all of a sudden, the Fiend's music comes on from my playlist.
Oh, shit!
And I almost shit myself.
Did you pick up the pace?
I got into a nice little brisk speed walk.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, it's such a good song.
Agreed. Well, is the Fiend your favorite superstar as well, or do you have another favorite?
I mean, I'm a Bray Wyatt guy, but I'm a huge, because I know Sam's gonna love this. I'm a huge Corbin guy. I've been a Corbin guy. It's funny. I've actually, when he was in NXT before I knew who he was, I was like fooling around with like finishers and whatnot, like on one of the 2K games, and I saw the end of days, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And then it kind of like went from there. I was like, I'm actually a huge Baron Corbin guy.
Baron Corbin has excellent entrance music. He has an excellent moveset, and he has just now grown into this full heel persona. I think Baron Corbin's a good wrestler, so that's a great choice. Do you have a favorite match of his or a favorite match in general?
I gotta go with the Punjabi prison. No, but
of course, that's on everyone's top 10.
Probably favorite of all time. From what I've seen, I've got to go with AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar from Survivor Series a couple years back.
That was an awesome match.
I remember watching that. I didn't think it would be good. Like, I thought it'd be like decent enough, but I thought it'd be decent enough. But what they were able to do, and like it was really good the next year with Daniel Bryan. But it's kind of like the first one is always the best one. So,
yeah.
So I like, that's probably gonna be my favorite.
That's a great choice, man. Do you have a favorite gimmick match? This will be a new question I add to the list, because there's so many gimmick matches out there. Is there one that you've seen and it's just your favorite?
Oh man, that's
there's a ton of
so
choices.
many.
Yeah. I know you want to say mixed match challenge, but let's try to pick your second favorite. No.
How'd you know?
I just took a guess.
Man, I always like 2 out of 3 falls matches. I mean, when they're not done,
when they're not abused,
wrong. Like when one both the Gargano Cole ones, those are good. You have a lot of the classic 2 out of 3 falls matches. When they're just like done because like it makes sense logically in a story, then like those are, in my opinion, like some of the best matches you can get. And
what was cool recently at that NXT takeover with Cole and Gargano is they had a different fall. I mean, a different gimmick for each fall was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like the 3 Stages of Hell matches with Triple H and Shawn, and I
That's
thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Actually, I was surprised they didn't go with that for the name.
Yeah, that would have been good. Oh, you brought it up earlier about the 2K video games. What's your favorite WWE video game they've ever put out? Are you just a recent player to their 2K games, or did you have any from like the older titles or any specifics?
The first WWE game I had was the last one they had before they went to 2K. I think it was
SmackDown versus Raw.
No, I think it was like WWE 13 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And it was like I remember it well because it was my first one, and they had like all like the Attitude Era as the whole playthrough story thing. So I was like, when I was getting into wrestling, it kind of helped me, like, you know, like I was able to kind of go back and like see all that kind of cool stuff that they used to do. So that one probably would be my favorite.
Well, who's your go-to character?
Oh man, Andrade. I love using Andrade.
What about the first one you played?
The first one,
WWE13, yeah. Like when you first started getting into the WWE games, who did you pick and be like, I'm picking this guy all the time?
Well, because I was an idiot, I thought face Sheamus was phenomenal. So I always went with Sheamus.
Do you remember his theme song? It sounded like Jack Black sung it.
Oh, God.
The one with words?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What a terrible run.
Him and his snap it to a Slim Jim hair.
Oh, no.
The King of the Ring is going on right now. Who do you predict is going to take it all?
I bet the logical choice is going to be Corbin or McIntyre, or Andrade, one of them. I'm betting they're going with a surprise. I'm betting they're going with Chad Gable.
That would be pretty badass. That dude can wrestle. He's so underrated. And
so
him
good.
and Shelton, I bet you is going to be a really good competitive match.
I hope so. I hope they don't do some like stupid cheap finish with Shane or something.
Oh, God, I hope not. Well, I don't know if you heard on the last after party, but I putting together my own crumb-offs of finishing moves.
Yes.
And 2, 4, 6 have been chosen already. So pick your 2 favorite finishers to add to the brackets.
You know, I heard it last week, and I've been thinking about it for about a week, and I've got to go with the Shake, Rattle, and Roll from Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, my God. That's fucking awesome, dude. Oh, hell yeah. What's the second one?
The Midnight Hour, the New Day's tag team finisher.
Wow, I didn't even think about tag team finishers. Okay, let's see. What is it called? Dark Hour?
Midnight Hour or something like that.
Is it because they're black? No. No, I don't know. Leave it to Vince. No. All righty, let's go ahead and get into the Steel Row After Party recap. And this is for Zanka. We're going to review the Steel Row After Party episode, Dead Dad. And as they always do, they have added more vocabulary to all of our brains. Words of the week are baby batter blaster and the goo javelin. I'll leave it to Zanka to come up with new words for your dick. But I thought that was funny, man. The baby batter blaster made me laugh so hard when I was at work yesterday.
I wasn't expecting it. I thought that they came up with every single name you could for every disgusting part of the human body. But, you know.
I think Zanka has a black belt in dick names, so I'm pretty sure next week we're going to get a couple new ones.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
And his hatred for Dominic is it's legendary, man. He went on about Dominic, like hating him more than he's done Double J, more than he's done the Raw product itself. And he said that if Double J attacked Dominic, that he would buy all of his merch, even the light up jacket. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that from this point on, Dominic should be in every segment, in every match, every promo.
He's going to be on commentary, too, next to Renee.
Yes. No, just him. No Graves anymore. Just him and Renee.
Dominic. Just Dominic and Renee.
Dominic and Renee, and occasionally Beth Phoenix.
Oh, my God. Talk about ratings killers. And he also said that his hatred for Dominic made him a Republican. Build that wall. Oh, my God. That was funny. And on the other side of the coin, the other heavily mentioned subject was the fact that, have you heard Natalia's dad died?
Natalia's dad died?
I'm sorry to break the news to you, Brett, but Jim the Anvil Neidhart has passed away.
Oh, my God.
I know. It was on the news and everything, but yeah, put that down. And I think Natalia might get a kick out of it, actually. I think she did mention that if he knew that he was still being used in the WWE storylines, that he'd be happy and not rolling over in his grave. So I think Natalia had to have given the strong green light to use this subject, or else, they wouldn't touch it.
I'm sure. Especially with someone like, with Natalia, where she's like the third generation, where you piss her off, you piss off Bret Hart, and you don't want that again.
I bet you if Ronda Rousey does come back and Natalia betrays her, Ronda's going to throw another dead dad jab in there.
Oh, for sure.
They're writing it right now, by the way. I think Paul Heyman and Bischoff have at least 3 or 4 Natty's dead dad jokes banked.
God.
I also want to give a shout out to Mr. Tryon for coming up with the Still Real horror movie question. That made me laugh. And a title I thought of would be the Still Real Slaughterhouse.
Oh,
that'd be kind of cool, with Sam on the cover holding a bloody axe or something. And also from this episode, we got a brand new Jake impression.
Yes.
Jake does Trump. So get ready for another improv segment.
Oh, God.
I'll make Jake do his Trump impression, and I'll make Zenka do a Dominic impression.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, jeez. Speaking of improv, I think this was one of the best Still Real improv scenes that they've done, when Lars was working the drive-thru at KFC. And Zenka, in his John Laurinaitis voice, said, "Why do I sound like Natty's dad?" God damn, that was funny. Did you have a favorite moment from this week's podcast?
Oh, well, starting right off by saying I have virgin Jew ears was a hot start.
Yep, that was amazing.
Well, I mean, every week they deliver absolutely horrendous stuff that will send us all to hell for laughing at it. But,
yeah, there is a joke this week that I probably wouldn't recommend people to listen to. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but
I think I do.
If I recommended somebody to listen to this week's podcast and it was their first podcast, it might be the last one. But I mean, it's all good. We know how Zenka is.
Yeah, he's just he's a great guy.
Zenka's our nincompoop. But they also got a pretty cool band name out of this week.
Yes.
Micro Penis and the Megabytes. that should be a shirt coming soon to the shop.spreadshirt.com/stillrealafterparty.
Oh, absolutely. Phenomenal plug, but absolutely.
If you could make a shirt from anything from the Still Real After Party podcast, what would your idea be?
Oh God.
I know there's a lot.
There's so much stuff that would get immediately taken down.
I can't believe the nincompoop one with the turd logo on it got taken down.
Yeah, come on, Spreadshirt.
There's a shirt in Las Vegas that they put on a mannequin in front of the store. It says, "Fuck you, you fucking fuck." And nincompoop with a turd logo. A little too extreme.
A little bit.
I guess so, man. That doesn't make any damn sense.
Well, in my opinion, there's got to be a Def Lars shirt.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Is he wearing the Bob Ross afro?
Oh, absolutely. It just says Kayla in big letters.
That would be great, man. All right, let me dig into my bag of Instagram questions for you. I'll try to pick a non-dick one. This one says dick, but it's you'll see. Okay. Since the Saudi shows don't mean dick, Vince McMahon throws a dart at a board with a list of every wrestling podcast. It lands on the Steel Real After Party. You now have the power to name the next Saudi show and to book the main event. What say you, Brettzky?
Oh, God. So name the event and put the main event?
Name the next Saudi show and book the main event.
It's going to be called Turban Warfare.
Oh, shit, dude.
And the main event is going to be a triple threat between Double J, Dominic, and Zanka.
They booked Zanka? How'd they get that booking?
They need someone.
Oh, dude, that's all funny. Oh, who wins?
The crowd.
The crowd wins. Okay. I think we win.
Yeah.
The Still Real After Party. Oh, damn, you're funny. Okay. Let's see, what else do we got? That's about it, unless you have anything else for me. Do you have anything you want to plug? Any TV shows you're watching or any dad jokes?
No, but if any listeners out there have any very hard to say words, please submit them. I'm running out of ideas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm a nerd, so I play Words with Friends, and every now and then they post like this super long, difficult word.
Yeah.
So if I ever get any more good ones, I'll send them over.
It's hard to keep coming up with them. It's even though it's easy to make Jake fumble words, it's hard to find good words that make him fumble. That would be funny.
A lot of them have to do with crumbing.
Yes.
Zanka's description, I think 9 times out of 10 will have to do with him crumbing.
Oh, absolutely.
Or Naya's chili hole.
And I think that's actually the Webster's definition, actually.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, let me get some plugs out there. If you want to follow any of the Still Real After Party, it's at Thegreatbrettzky99. Go ahead and give him a follow for being an excellent guest today. Go ahead and follow the Still Real After Party at Still Real to Us. Follow Zanka at After Party Zanka. And follow Jake at After Party Jake. Facebook, go ahead and search Still Real After Party and hit that like button. And once again, cover your nips with some Def Lars in the future at shop.spreadshirt.com/Still Real After Party. All righty, man. Thank you for your time.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Hope you had a good time. And as always, all hail Linda's Bush.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, my name is After Party Zanka. And I am the advocate for the reigning, defending, undisputed, universal heavyweight Instagram champion, that wrestling guy. Now I'm here because I recently struck a deal to not only have my client appear on your little show, the After Party Hangover, but I'm here to let you and all your little Hall of Famers know that my client, that wrestling guy, will not only be the greatest and most entertaining guest you've had to date, but he's gonna bury everybody's favorite babyface, Andy _with_N_I, into the ground. Now, that is not a prediction. No. That, my friends, is a spoiler.